Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island preview. The team hoped to shut down flood tunnels and find the money pit. On this week's episode of The Curse of Oak Island, the team attempts to do what searchers have failed to do for more than 200 years. Find the flood tunnels and shut off the water supply so they can uncover the money pit once and for all. Last week's episode saw most of the excitement centered around the discovery of an 18th century bracket in the swamp. The guys took Gary Drayton's find to blacksmith expert Carmen Legg, who assured them that the artifact was from a ship and dated from 1790. This mounting evidence suggests a ship could be buried in the swamp. Carmen said the bracket had been in a fierce fire, and so the guys have a theory that a ship laden with treasure arrived at the island, and someone set it on fire in an attempt to hide and bury it. Jack Begley's final words on last week's episode were that there have got to be more pieces of the ship in the swamp. Therefore, we can reasonably expect the guys to continue with some more excavating of the swamp this week, even as the focus shifts more towards locating the flood tunnels. The History Channel's preview for this week's The Curse of Oak Island suggests we can also expect more digging in the uplands in the new episode. Marty Legina, his son Alex, and Gary began digging there last week in an attempt to find the flood tunnels and perhaps cut off the water supply. They could very well be successful as they came across a lot of wood, which indicated the presence of a large structure such as a tunnel or shaft. This week's official episode description states, "The team may be closer than ever to shutting down the flood tunnels when they discover large amounts of coconut fiber in the uplands. So we can expect the diggers to continue as the team focus their attention on fresh ground in the uplands. It's always exciting when there's fresh territory to dig, and according to the preview, they do discover something that Gary thinks could be a tunnel. Meanwhile, Gary Drayton's find of the week seems to be some kind of metal spike. He's back with Carmen Legg, who appears to be suggesting that this is another artifact from an old ship. Also in the preview, we see the guys huddled around the table in the war room as an expert's voice can be heard to say, "Wasn't like anything I'd seen before. Looks like human hair, to be honest." This begs the question, what have the guys found that looks like and could be human hair? This episode has been called Shirley Templar, so it's likely we can expect more theories relating to the Knights Templar. Either way, this looks to be another very exciting week on Oak Island.